Hi, my name is Gay from Spirit Walker Crystals, and today we're going to be looking at showing you how to do the hand positions for a seated Reiki treatment. This here is Nigel, and Nigel's going to help me out this morning. So the first thing we would need to do is switch our Reiki on, and we can do that either by having an imaginary light switch and just switching it on, or saying to yourself Reiki on. Or we can visualise the big ball of Reiki energy high above us and visualise that we're drawing that energy down through our Crown Chakra here, down towards our Heart Chakra, up and down our arms and out through our hands. Or we can just have it on automatic, where if we're going to give Reiki, then the universe would know and our mind would automatically think, well, we're going to give Reiki, so it would automatically switch it on and off when we stop using it. So I'm then going to call in my guides, and I would do that by just saying something like, I'm going to call in my angels, guides and other beings of light today to help me with my Reiki therapy. And always for the highest good. So I'm then going to ground myself and protect us both. So I'm going to stand with my feet hip width apart, and I'm going to have my hands out, one hand up and one hand down. And the reason that we do that is that this connects to the universal energy, while this one connects to Mother Earth, so I'm well grounded here. I'm visualising, I'm drawing the energy down through me, out through my feet, going down, creating roots, so I'm well grounded to the earth. And then I'm putting myself in a bubble of white light, tying it up with any colour ribbon that I choose. And then I'm going to put Nigel in a bubble and tie his bubble up. And then I'm putting us both in one big bubble. Okay, so once we've done that, we're then going to go through the hand position. So we start off by placing our hands onto the Crown Chakra. And I'm just going to go through this very quickly, but you would take as much time in each of these chakra points as you wanted to. And then I'm going to go down to the ears. And at this point, if they're in a chair, they can actually bring their head back and rest it on you if they want to. And then to the front, where I'm putting this part and the padded part of your hand over onto the forehead, and then just resting my hands over the eyes, not really touching the face, and certainly not obliterating the nose, because Nigel still needs to breathe. And then I'm going to do the third eye and the base of the neck. Now you can do that in one. You can do that by coming around the side and by cupping the back of the head here and the front. So I'm just going to turn Nigel around so you can actually see what I'm doing here. So I'm putting one hand at the base here and one hand on the head. So you're actually doing them both together, a bit like when you did your self-Reiki. And then you can come back around, so I'm just going to turn it back. So when you come to do the neck, you do the neck from behind. And again, you just do this through the aura, especially in men, because they've got an Adam's apple, which is very sensitive, and we don't want to feel as if we're choking them. So we're just putting my hands within the aura and just leaving the Reiki flow there. And then from there, I'm going to come round to the Heart Chakra. And again, I'm going to go for higher up here. And you can either put one hand on top of the other, like we did in the self-Reiki, or you can put it either side of the chest there. And then you come down to the solar plexus. And Nigel's got his hands over his sacral chakra, and I wouldn't ask him to move those. So I would just leave him with his hands there, because I don't want to disturb him in any way. And I would just put my hands on the top of his and allow the Reiki to go through my hands, through his hands, into the sacral chakra. And then I'm going to come down to the hips here, which does the root, and the knee. And I would do those together. And then from the knee, we'd go down to the ankles. So we can come down here to the ankles. And lastly to the feet. So I'm just going to turn Nigel around this way so that you can see what I'm doing with the feet there. And I'm just going to put my hands over the top of the feet there. Now at this stage you'll have done all through the chakras. So when you want to come back up, you can finish off which is a really nice way to finish off by putting the hands on the shoulders. And it can feel like a nice comfort blanket when you're putting your hands on the shoulders, because your hands get nice and warm. And the shoulders do take a lot of stress. So once we've done this, because we've actually gone through the aura, when we need to smooth down the aura at the end. So I'm taking both hands and I'm just going over the top and down to the feet and again to the side. And I would come around the other side. And because at this stage Nigel would have been there for about 20 minutes or so, I would then want to ground him, so I'm just going to put him to the side here. And again, when you want to ground him, I would take my 2 hands and just press his feet into the ground quite firmly. And I'm imagining roots growing out through his feet at the same time. So thank you for that today, Nigel. You're looking a bit sleepy there. Okay. And again, you can take as long as you want to on each part. Use your intuition as to when to move on. Thank you for listening. If you want to know more about Reiki or crystals, if you visit us at www.spiritwalkercrystalshop.co.uk. Thank you.